Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. Thank you very much to all the new Patreon members. I keep seeing more and more new ones every single day. Thank you very, very much for your support. As always, a great way to support the channel is by leaving a thumbs up, by leaving a comment, or by telling me what you plan on having for breakfast on this day. And without further ado, let's jump right into it, because you can imagine there's a lot going on because of all the stuff that's been going on. February 8th was an historic day for the crypto ecosystem, all thanks to, I can't lie on this one. It was definitely all because of Elon Musk. After the disclosure, for those of you who do not know, that Tesla, Elon Musk's company, had invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. The cryptocurrency soared, breaking several records and liquidating billions of dollars in short positions. Whoever is shorting Bitcoin out there, I want to feel sad for you, but I simply cannot. A lot of people who are shorting Bitcoin do not understand what's happening, and they think it's an actual game. And we are seeing the creation, the solidification of the new world currency. And so many people aren't getting it. Bitcoin had a memorable day, not only for reaching a new all-time high. The cryptocurrency, Bitcoin went to, it was $38,000. $38,000 and skyrocketed to $47,500 US. But for also having the largest bullish candle in its history. And there it is right there. Straight shot up. The growth of Cry, in 24 hours marked an all-time record in terms of gross valuation. Currently, the price corrected a bit, moving somewhat to the order of 46,400. Bitcoin's price is all over the place right now. There's so many people, and I think it's a mixture of people who are buying because they understand what's happening, people who are selling, whether it be because you need to pay your rent, or people who are trying to make sure that the market goes down in some sort of way so that they can accumulate more. Every single dip that you see is usually shot right back up within a couple of seconds. I saw a couple of them, and they were gone in an instant. People, whatever dip there was, people bought it up automatically. So, as you can imagine, the news right now is quite euphoric all over the place. Bitcoin inches towards 50,000 US dollars. Ethereum and altcoins extend rally. All the coins, everything's up except for stable coins. They're a little down because people are selling off the stable coins to buy into the digital currencies. It looks like right now that Bitcoin, first of all, there is nothing stopping us from getting to a $50,000 Bitcoin. It's not even mental at this point. It's just simply people buying into, because supply and demand. That's just how it's going to work out. There is nothing stopping us from hitting a $50,000 Bitcoin, except for people writing stuff when no one is. Because I think people are even too afraid to even say that something bad is going to happen to Bitcoin, because they're usually proven wrong every single time as Bitcoin keeps shooting up over and over again. You would not believe the amount of energy flowing through the cryptocurrency space right now, and the amount of I was chatting with people, as I normally do, about all the cryptocurrency stuff, just discussing. One of my friends sent me a message, and I was like, oh, did you hear that Tesla purchased $1.5 billion in Bitcoin? And he was like, yes, purchased. He was like, they're not planning on buying it. They bought this already. He's like, I wonder how long they've had that. And he's like, I wonder how many other companies who are now filing things with the SEC, or these filings are now becoming public, who also have Bitcoin on their sheets as well, who we're going to be hearing about over the next 10 days or so. So it is, yes, everything is quite ecstatic. Everyone's very excited right now because we all know that Bitcoin's going to 50,000. It's just a matter of time. This has been quoted as a number by analysts for seemingly millennia now, who kept on saying, once we hit 50,000, once we have that $1 trillion valuation, that's when all the other hedge funds decide to get in. Not sure why they waited so long, but please, by all means, I need people to jump into the market who are extremely late, because these are going to be the people who propel us towards $300,000 per Bitcoin. It's also kind of weird now, all those price predictions from JP Morgan Chase and the other banks talking about Bitcoin hitting 200,000, 300,000 this year. They don't seem that crazy anymore, because you'd better believe there are going to be tons of other celebrities, tons of other hedge funds, tons of other whatever out there who are talking about that they're also into Bitcoin, how much Bitcoin they have. Also, same friend who was like, once again, Tesla purchased that a while ago, which means that we're us just finding out about it right now. He's like, we can also only assume Elon Musk probably also has his own Bitcoin in a safe somewhere that is not even connected to the Tesla Bitcoin. So very exciting times. Bitcoin on track for 50K as Tesla buys into crypto craze. Absolutely wonderful. Like it's not validation, but it's just more like a proclamation, procrastination. I don't even know what word I'm trying to rhyme with it, but it's nice to see that all these people who I knew were into crypto for a long time are finally just saying it out loud. And yeah, that's basically all she wrote, because from here, it seems like the only way is up. Let's move on. In like super mega popular, also everywhere all over the place news, Apple, the maker of iPhones, is the world's largest publicly traded company with a market cap of, oh my gosh, $2.3 trillion. It almost seems natural that the electric vehicle maker Tesla announced Monday a $1.5 billion purchase of Bitcoin. At least one Wall Street analyst is running the math on whether Apple might benefit from jumping into the cryptocurrency fray. The amount of articles discussing or talking about is Apple, will Apple, can Apple, should Apple enter the cryptocurrency space and do whatever they decide to do, astronomical. And I guess it has to do with the fact that we know that the other dominoes are going to fall. Tesla is not the largest domino, but you understand, like, if Elon Musk or the company can announce that they have $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, think of $1.5 billion to a $2.3 trillion valuation is absolutely like it's like a drop in the actual bucket. But what happens when we hear that Apple and Amazon and Microsoft and all these other companies have jumped into it as well? Like, we've seen a big push up in price every time that a new company has jumped in. Remember the push that we had when PayPal was like, we're going to allow people to buy it? Has PayPal actually even announced that how much they hold themselves? So that's also going to push us up even higher. It makes me a little sad. A little smidge of a sad that Bitcoin's price only moves up when people have the validation that rich people have purchased it, as opposed to buying into it before and making yourself rich. I'm not sure I need to see that rich person is also buying it, and then I'm going to buy some kind of thing is. A new report from the brokerage firm RBC Capital Markets posted that Apple, which already provides payment wallets for, this is the idea, which already provides payment wallets for millions of consumers and an economy that's increasingly going cashless since 2019, might be able to easily generate more than $40 billion from the business. The company's move could also help to make the US a technological leader in cryptocurrencies for the next decade or two. The idea being is that every single major company, I guess you kind of want to say it right now, is in the payment space. There's Apple Pay, isn't there Amazon Pay, or everyone has their own little thing. So if Apple joined and simply made their own cryptocurrency exchange, or you could buy it from Apple, for those of you who don't know as well, this is also not very common knowledge. Remember years and 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 years ago, when people first learned how to like burn CDs and all these other things and like put songs on them and like get songs from the internet that may have been free when they should not have been free. The reason why Apple created iTunes was because they saw that there was a huge gap in the market. None of the other music producers actually wanted to create an online platform. It's really crazy how it works. They didn't want to create a music platform because they assumed that music stores and music shops would surge back again in popularity, that people would simply get bored of their computers and go, I want to buy a physical copy. And Apple was like, that's not going to happen. So Apple created iTunes because they saw that the music industry people simply didn't want to do it, and everyone started flowing into iTunes. So this also, the idea is that as well, if Apple has their own cryptocurrency exchange, it also takes, I don't want to say the load off, but It creates a new space where people have another legitimate, air quotes, cryptocurrency exchange to go to, because the cryptocurrency exchanges that we currently have right now aren't really doing too well. So something's going to happen. And it's just a matter of time before an announcement is made. There is no way that all this money is being made in this market right now. People are making billions of dollars. If they purchased $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and let's assume that it happened around the low 30,000s, logically, how much money Tesla made from Bitcoin rising by $8,000, $9,000 in price? It's a huge chunk of money. These other companies don't see Tesla making billions and they go, you know what? I'm happy for them. I'm really glad that they made money. We're in a deficit. We don't have a lot right now, but I'm glad that they're doing what they're doing. No, they're going to try and mimic the exact same thing because everybody wants to make billions. Anyway, very popular Apple news right now. This is, of course, hyper speculation, but it does seem like it would make a lot of sense if they simply did so. I'm actually also surprised that some of the other bigger tech companies haven't created their own crypto exchange or announced, hey, you can. I mean, imagine if Apple was like, hey, you can actually buy, you can transfer Apple credits or Apple Pay or whatever into Bitcoin, and you can now buy stuff on iTunes with Bitcoin. And we also have the Apple Exchange, which is a cryptocurrency exchange. Now imagine Amazon was like, hey, you can pay for stuff on our platform with Bitcoin. These things are going to happen. It's not like they're going to take place. But usually when that happens, the price spikes and then more people get into the market as opposed to having gotten into it before. But I think it's just how the cycles work. Anyway, that's the Apple Bitcoin news, if you will. You probably won't. And let's move on. Oh boy. Grayscale is in the news after purchasing 16,244 BTC, $600 million worth of Bitcoin in one day on the 18th of January. Grayscale, one day, 600 million. Can you imagine can you imagine spending $600 million on anything in one day? Probably not. I didn't even know what I would buy. I'd probably try and buy half a city, but I don't even think. Anyway, Grayscale remains as one of the biggest institutional buyers in the Bitcoin market. On the 15th of January, another update from the firm stated that Grayscale's total assets under management were $27 billion worth of cryptocurrencies. Charles Edwards, it sounds like a royal name, founder of Caparol Investments, put forward that Grayscale Investments possess 3% of all Bitcoin in circulation. New data indicated that Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust has acquired nearly 1.5 times the total number of Bitcoin mined in the past month. Here's a little chart right here for those of you who need to see what I'm talking about. Here's all the Bitcoin that was created, and here's what Grayscale bought. Here's what was created by the network, and this is what Grayscale purchased. Grayscale is one company. Grayscale is not PayPal, they're not Square, they're not Tesla, and they're not any of the other hedge funds who've also been buying. So what does that tell us? I'll mention it again. 900 Bitcoin created per day. PayPal buys 900 Bitcoin per day. Square buys 900 Bitcoin per day. The people who are mining these Bitcoin are not selling off all of their Bitcoin. They may sell some to keep the lights on, but they're not selling all 900 collectively. They are just not. There are tons of people, maybe even you, who's also mining Bitcoin. Are you selling off your Bitcoin? No, you are part of that 900 per day. You are part of that network. There are tons of other smaller operations who may be getting half a Bitcoin, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bitcoin per day. They're not selling off all that Bitcoin. But on the market resides a whole bunch of Bitcoin. And these companies are buying that Bitcoin, and this is why we keep seeing those price spikes. This is why we keep hearing news that a whole bunch of Bitcoin that was on cryptocurrency exchanges keeps leaving. Where is it leaving to? Grayscale and Square. Maybe Apple. Tesla. Yeah, see, we know that one as well now. So, yes, I thought I'd, as long as we get these, I'll keep showing them to you because you need to visually understand. This is one company. They bought 1.5 times all the Bitcoin that was actually created. Now imagine what the other companies are doing. probably the exact same thing. Imagine the other funds like Grayscale who are also buying, who simply haven't told us, who don't want to tell us. The other funds in Dubai, maybe in Japan, maybe in South Africa, maybe in Norway, probably in Switzerland. Anyway, yeah, soak it all in. I want to make sure everyone has this information. I don't want anyone to say when Bitcoin hits $100,000 sometime this year, I don't want to hear anyone say they did not know this information was out there. I bring you all the hot stuff. I want you to know how crazy this is getting. Anyway, that's the insanity news. And let's move on. Next up, as the traders scramble for crypto in the wake of Tesla's $1.5 billion Bitcoin purchase, every single exchange was struggling to meet the demand. Please, Apple, make a cryptocurrency exchange so we don't have to keep going through this. Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, and Gemini have all experienced connectivity issues yesterday. According to the company's respective support pages, the timing makes sense. It doesn't. No, there should not be any connectivity issues at all. Make a Coinbase 2. Make a Binance 2. Make a Kraken Squared. Make another website, another portal that people can go to so they don't have to deal with this. The revelation that Tesla purchased $1.5 billion in Bitcoin sent the price to a new all-time high. Oh, this is old. To a new all-time high of $44,000. We're near $48,000 right now. It's currently, that's also wrong. It says all-time high comes with all-time high loads. Okay. Not the Binance Changpeng Cao wrote, as the price of Bitcoin shot up post New Year's. And that's the tweet from when he said that before, because there was also an issue. So the problem that we have now is that every single time Bitcoin's price goes up, and for the sake of being kind, Binance was down for about a good 20 minutes, and then I was able to access the platform again. So kudos to them. But the problem is, when we were shooting up in price, there was a dip. Beep, low dip in price. And it coincided exactly when the cryptocurrency exchanges fell down, collapsed, tripped, stumbled over the little pebble in the street. I don't think they're ever going to get it together. I don't know what they're planning on doing or how much infrastructure they need. And I said it like a year and a half ago. I was like, get it together. But alas, here we are. So yeah, if anyone's surprised, all the major crypto exchanges went down. And let's move on. Next up, Mexico's second wealthiest man, Ricardo Salinas Pliego, has just changed his Twitter biography to Bitcoin. He joins the rank of many other rich people who want to tell the world that they have Bitcoin when they didn't announce it before. With pride in their bios, including MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor, Skybridge's Anthony Scaramucci, and for a brief spell, Elon Musk. Salinas is the second richest person in Mexico. Second richest person in Mexico, and he's tied with Hong Kong magnate Luigi Wu as the 106th richest person in the world. Great. I'm so happy for them. There are people hungry in the world right now. With a net worth of 13.2 billion US dollars. Absolutely wonderful. So the news being another rich person has come out in support of Bitcoin. I think that's the news. I think that's it. So wait, rich people like Bitcoin. I mean, this is new to us. I didn't know this was happening. Good for him. This was also very popular news. I guess it's because, you know, he's rich and he changed his bio to Bitcoin. Maybe I should do the same thing. Imagine if I do that and the price pumps by $9,000. That'd be a little scary. I don't think I have that much influence. Everyone knows I like Bitcoin. Anyway, that's the rich Twitter news, rabbit hole news. And let's move on. Next up, PayPal is launching a new business unit dedicated to cryptocurrency services. The chief executive officer, Daniel Schulman, announced this week. In an earnings call on the 3rd of February, Schulman said, "The existing financial system is terrible. It's horribly outdated. It's super slow. It's mega clunky. You know how many times I keep trying to do bank transfers and it's like, they'll get it in 2 to 3 days. And I'm like, why not now? Why the wait? And that his firm will be investing a lot of money into blockchain and digital currencies. He said, we all know the current financial system is antiquated and we can envision a future where transactions are completed in seconds, not days. A future where transactions should be less expensive to complete. And a future that enables, it's funny that PayPal saying this, and a future that enables all people to be part of the digital economy, not just the affluent. Okay. We are significantly investing in our new crypto, blockchain, and digital currencies business unit in order to help shape this more inclusive future. I'm actually kind of shocked that PayPal at this point hasn't announced their own cryptocurrency exchange. That would be great. Like, that would be absolutely wonderful. If PayPal, Apple, what are like 3 other really big companies who are like digital adjacent who could add something like that? Like, imagine the amount of people who would flow to those platforms. We would never have a problem with cryptocurrency exchanges crashing again because everyone would be going to these other places. So yeah, they're launching a new business unit that's going to be just for crypto. I feel like a crypto exchange is in the works. If you're going to do it, this is kind of the year to do it. I don't really assume that we're going to be having news like in 3 years that they're going to be launching all these things. So yeah, cool. Wonderful. It's to be assumed. Everyone else is doing the exact same thing. Oh, that's what it was. It was Visa. Visa's launching their own cryptocurrency exchange. That's what it was. They were allowing banks to be able to, I think, accept Bitcoin or like, almost said hodl. To be able to custody Bitcoin, and the rumors were that they were creating their own cryptocurrency exchange. If no one else will, go for it. Anyway, that's the PayPal news. And moving on. Here's a crazy one. On the 6th of February, Bitcoin's price once again surged to $40,000. Whale purchases as Bitcoin continues to gain strength over institutional players. NYDIG Chief Ross Stevens made a bold prediction, and bold it is. If this happens, Bitcoin's going to $1 million. Like an actual $1 million. Just like Grayscale, the New York Digital Investment Group, or New York DIG, is a digital asset managing institutions helping fund gain exposure to Bitcoin, yada, yada, yada. During his recent interview with Michael Saylor at the MicroStrategy World 2021 conference, Stevens made the prediction that within a year, Americans will start receiving their income annuity and salaries in Bitcoin. The moment that happens, and I say this with a heavy digital heart, if you do not have Bitcoin, if that gets announced and you don't have any Bitcoin, run to a cryptocurrency exchange immediately. If people in America start receiving, and like in mass, and I don't mean like people who are already in tech, I don't mean people who are doing odd jobs and getting paid randomly in Bitcoin. If we get any indication that there's going to be 5 million people in America, there's 350 million people in America. If 5 million people across multiple entities and multiple companies start receiving their salaries in Bitcoin, and once again, for those of you who do not know, you can buy everything in Bitcoin. I made a video about this a couple of months ago. Everything, whatever you can think of. And Tesla is the gigantic bucket. And that doesn't make any sense. What Tesla did, everyone's going to start announcing that they're also accepting Bitcoin. As Bitcoin's price goes higher, every company is going to want, they're going to go, we don't have any. We should have gotten some before. How do we get some now before the price goes up? We have to start telling people that they can pay for anything on our website with Bitcoin. And that's how it spreads a lot quicker. Also tying into the fact that the Lightning Network is also beginning to develop a lot quicker as well, but that's kind of besides the point. When you can already pay for everything in Bitcoin, and you get paid in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's price continues to rise, you don't understand what, not even a shockwave. Like the price increase that we saw from Tesla would be nothing. It would be a fragment of a fragment. He said within a year, Americans will be able to take a portion of their salaries paid in Bitcoin. This was said by Ross Stevens. Stevens is very much confident in institutional inflows coming to Bitcoin. He adds that a year ago, NYDIG had 25 clients. Today, they have over 280 clients with exposure to Bitcoin. I think it's going to happen. I don't think that we are far away from something like this happening. It's just you need a company to announce that they're going to do it. I don't think you even need proper regulatory anything, because if you are getting paid in it, I'm sure your tax situation might look a little bit different. But anyway, so I know it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be next year. 2 years? Not really sure. People are going to start to demand to be paid in Bitcoin. When you see that trillions of dollars, literally dollars, are being printed, and you see the devaluation of your paper currency in your hand, and you see the valuation of Bitcoin continuing to rise, no one will want to be paid in a dollar anymore. I don't want that. Have you seen the prices of things outside? Well, Bitcoin keeps going up by 2% every single month. Why would I want that garbage? Anyway, that's the New York Dig news. It's coming. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. Like, you don't understand how close we are. Anyway, Elon Musk was congratulated by Michael Saylor, because why not? This news is all over the place. Like, this is major news. This is absolutely incredible that all of this is happening so fast. It's still the beginning of February. It's not even like December. Like, it's not even like, wow, this was a great year. This year has just begun. So by the time we get to around, listen, what were the numbers that we had before? Oh my gosh. No, we were talking about having a $50,000 Bitcoin in April. That's like 2 months away. We're basically already there. So, oh yeah. Remember the other April prediction for Bitcoin was $80,000. I don't know. It's looking a little obvious to me at this point. Anyway, wait, hold on. Wait. Why do I always do this? Wait for it. Wait, hold on. Thank you for holding on. Wait for it. There we go. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunbot University. Miguel Grolet. Lauren De Silva. Quoted Biddy. Barebones Mining. Troy Allgood. Space Case. Need a Miracle. Crypto Stahl. George Montoya. Wiselink. Not TMI. Conan Don't Skip Leg Day. Snacky Chan. Tolek Banan. Auspicious Agile and Blockchain. Navarro Williams. David James. Attila the Han. Yasha Harari. Oscar Maldonado. Utopia 569. Moonman High. XRP. Joshua Vineyard. Martin Stoyer. Nostromo. John Sarson. The Animal Reader. A Bibliophobia. Todd Mullis. Adam Graysick. Mohar Maroni. Master Ventures in Thailand. Jared Schneider. Wise Night Owl. 242 to the World. Bankroll Network. Crypto Artist. Cole D. 3D. Damien. Setsuna. Richie Rich III. Vlad the Impaler. Paxis. Nick. Mangialavori. Anthony Charles. Jim Gardner. Jeremy Fox. Minting Coins. Miller Hitch Chest. Every Day. And Kyle Skips Leg Day. Yes to Crypto. Bodie McBoatface. Anytime Fitness. Monks. Bodie McBoatface. Anytime. I heard it, but I didn't hear it. And then when my brain said it, I was like, oh, Bodie McBoatface. Anytime Fitness. Monks Corner Staff. Arfmedic17. Bake Me a Cake. Tigger Macho Nisa. On Crypto with Lionel. Crayola Michelle. URL. And Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, 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 very much for your support. Thank you to all the new Patreon members. Thank you to everyone who is a clicker of affiliate links. Thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed. I keep seeing the number go up every single day. Thank you to everyone who left a like, a comment, everyone who's still here listening to me ramble on as I am surging with adrenaline. At the moment, Bitcoin is at 46,338 US dollars. It is up by 18% in the last 24 hours. Hot dog, look at that rise. Ethereum hit 1,800, I think a little while ago, like a couple of minutes ago. It's at 1,779. It is up by 8%. Cardano is at 69 cents. It is up by 4%. Polkadot is up by 13. XRP is up by 9%. Okay, good job, XRP. Binance Coin is almost at $100. My gosh, it is up by 30%. What in the world is happening behind the scenes with Binance Coin? I remember looking at this coin, it was like $14. Wow. Litecoin's at 169, is up by 12 percentiles. Dogecoin is at 7 cents. Lumens is at 39 cents. Good for them. Good for Lumi. Tron is up by 25%. I'm shrugging, but good for them if you have Tron. Monero's up by 8. Elrond E-Gold, the coin we all love, that was a joke, is up by 22%. Luna is up by 57%. OKB is up by 22%. IOTA is up by 30%. Months ago, IOTA's trading volume was like $5 million. Not sure what's happening, but good for them. Neo's up by 17. Huobi token's up by 5. VeChain Thor is up by 10%. Filecoin is up by 23. BitTorrent token. I have a feeling, about this big, that this is probably because of the Wall Street thing. I can feel it. If we don't get news about this today or tomorrow, then whatever. But I have a very strange feeling. 173% for a token that no one's using and no one cares about. I assumption that this is part of the, And Decred is up by 17%. I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening. Wherever you are, wherever you might be, I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.